Well, it's about goddamn time that the Phillies get their first victory of the season. It was bound to happen. It was eventually going to fall for them, and they finally get the job done. And thank God for Matt Strahm on the mound, because he was just, he got a job asked of him to go out there and just do what you got to do. Throw strikes. We know you're not going to go deep into the ball game. Just go out there, do the best that you can do. And he probably did way more than the best he could do. He only gives up 1 hit in this ball game. He goes 4 strong innings. And that's basically what you're going to get from Strahm. He's basically the opener in this game. He's eventually going to go back into the long relief role once, Ranger comes back into the rotation. Once this rotation fully gets fleshed out, he'll become the long reliever once again and maybe a spot starter when you need him to. And he just did what he had to do. And the rest of the Phillies bullpen too. Maybe besides Craig Kimbrell, we'll get into him a little bit because maybe I'm not the biggest fan of him closing, and we all should have expected that. But I digress. You start this game off a Kyle Schwarber bomb. Brandon Marsh makes up for the mistakes that he made yesterday. He called himself out in the post-game presser. He said, it was my fault. I got to be way better. Stuff like that just can't happen. And, he put actions to those words in today's ball game as he goes deep. And the Phillies, once again, they put a bunch of hits on the board. They just finally got the power, and they finally got, hits with runners in scoring position when they needed it. So, yeah. We finally got the win, and that was, just much, much needed. Sorry if I look distracted a little bit, just because I got the Sixers right in front of me, and the Celtics just hit a 3-point shot, and I believe they got the foul called too with 2 seconds left, so it's most likely going to be a 103-101 game at this point, so that's definitely coming down to the wire. Joel Embiid dropping a 50 burger on there, but the rest of the team can't shoot for hell. But yeah, it's one of those nights, definitely. So, Phillies get the win. They get the win. It was about time. It definitely was about time. Quick, entertaining game besides the 9th inning. I see what you said there, Mr. W. Definitely besides that 9th inning. But at the end of the day, they got the job done. Strahm was huge for you. Bilotti was really good. Jose Alvarado was really good. Connor Brogdon with 2 huge innings in this game. And just, oh God, Craig Kimbrell. He got the job done. He got the save. But, he allows the home run to DJ LeMahieu. He allows, the tying run to come to the plate after a walk and a hit. So, got a little scary there. But at the end of the day, they were eventually going to get the win. And that's the most important thing. And hey, and now you have a chance to possibly win the series tomorrow afternoon with Aaron Nola on the bump. It's going to be a tough test because you're going up against, Garrett Cole, one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. But maybe Aaron Nola has a chip on his sleeve to, what happened after opening day, him blowing a 5-0 lead. Maybe his stuff will be a lot better. Maybe, Kyle Schwarber finally getting that home run under his belt. He had a couple of hits in this ball game as well. Has a couple of hits in the past few games, actually, for him. So maybe he's woken up a little bit. Maybe we could see another Kyle Schwarber home run off of a Garrett Cole. That would be very nice to see. And just overall, the hitting from this lineup, Trey Turner was fantastic once again. And just overall, the hitting. It was just simply, it was a good game. I'm not going to, say anything else about it. It was a good game. You were bound to get a win eventually, and thank God you just, you get a win under your belt so you could just build some confidence for the boys in the clubhouse, and, go into tomorrow's game, riding high off that confidence. Aaron Nola hopefully will bring that out tomorrow. Yankees got shut down today. They only had a few hits on the board besides the home run by DJ LeMahieu, so overall the pitching was really good. Pitching was really good by this Phillies team, and that's what, what I've been stressing even since opening day. Even though the bullpen has been getting roughed up in, these first few games here, this is really their first chance to pitch with a lead, going for the win. And the bullpen was spectacular besides Craig Kimbrell. So, yeah, bullpen was spectacular besides Craig. And overall with Craig Kimbrell, We know what he is at this point. He's nowhere close to the pitcher that he used to be when he came up in this league with the Atlanta Braves, then went to the Padres and Red Sox and stuff like that. He's nowhere close to that level of elite closer that he used to be. And honestly, I don't think he should be the closer for this team. I understand, Rob Thompson giving that chance with the 4-run cushion, getting the job done there. He did get the job done, but, he made it a little stressful in that situation more than it needed to be. I think at this point in Kimbrel's career, he's more of a 7th inning, 8th inning setup type of guy, and then you lead for whoever goes out in that 9th inning, whether it's going to be, a Sir Anthony Dominguez. I would like to see Jose Alvarado more in that 8th inning, but he did have a really good relief appearance in the 6th, struck out the side on some very nasty cutters, so that cutter for Jose Alvarado is as nasty as ever. It's a good time. It's a good time watching Jose Alvarado. What do they call it? Strike 1, strike 2, good luck from him. So yeah, it's very fun to see. And this Sixers game has taken forever to end. There's 1.9 seconds. There's timeouts being called. There's fouls called all over the place. Literally, this is the longest 2 seconds of my goddamn life. Joel Embiid deserves the win in this game. Come on. Come on, boys. Just finish it out. Get your goddamn first win against the Celtics this year. So I have no idea what's going on in that situation. I don't know if it was a foul on the Celtics, if it's a foul on Embiid. I have no idea. But just get the job done, boys. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Do what the Phillies did today. Take, notes from Matt Strahm on the mound. Because like I said, he just went out there, he threw strikes, and he did what he had to do. He did what was asked of him. And besides Matthew Strahm, maybe a little bit of good luck changing for my standpoint today. Every Phillies recap so far, I've been wearing my World Series hat, and they lost all those games. So maybe the World Series hat was a little bit of bad juju. I switched to the headband today, and you know what? They got the win. They got the win. Also, for my dad's birthday, they got the win for him too. So, yeah. Good day all around. Maybe I gotta wear the headband more often. I'm starting to grow my hair out more, growing the flow out to see how long it could actually get. So I'm starting to make, train to push back and all that stuff. So, let's see what can happen. Let's see what can happen on that standpoint. But going back to Matt Strahm, to get off of that topic, he goes 4 strong innings in this game, only 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts on 61 pitches. I believe that was the first time he went at least 4 innings, since 2019. So that basically just showcases to you where his career is at this point. He's a long reliever type of guy, a guy that could come out of the bullpen and eat some innings for you. And he threw some nasty stuff out there. He's just not afraid to attack players and go after the strike zone. And that's basically what he did the entire game. So honestly, once the rotation is fully healthy and fully set up, I believe Matt Strahm is going to be a nasty reliever for you out of the bullpen, and the Sixers finally got the victory. Jason Tatum tried to, hit a 3 on the buzzer to try to win it, but it was off. Sixers win. Joel Embiid dominated the entire night, and they finally get their first win against Boston. So that's nice to see. But back to the Phillies. Matt Strahm was great. Looking at the rest of the bullpen, Andrew Bellotti, he pitched an inning in the 5th. Or he went in the 5th inning, pitched that full inning, got 2 strikeouts on a lot of nasty pitches, a lot of nasty sliders. I really love what I'm seeing from Andrew Bellotti. Even going back to last year, too, I believe he has a lot of nasty stuff in that arsenal. He had 17 pitches for that. Jose Alvarado only needed 12 pitches in the 6th. He struck out the side there. A lot of nasty stuff from him as well. Connor Brogdon was excellent. Excellent in his 2 innings of work. He did allow a hit, but he struck out 1, 27 pitches. Just great 2 innings of work there from Connor Brogdon. Looks like he got his velocity back because in his first appearance on opening day, the velocity was dipping a little bit to, like 91, 92. His past couple of outings, it's been averaging around 95, 96 where he's normally at. So that's very nice to see from him. And then we get the Craig Kimbrel in the 9th inning. He allowed 2 hits. 1 was a home run to DJ LeMahieu, and he also walked 1 guy, but he eventually got the job done on 23 pitches. Like I said, Kimbrel is definitely not that high leverage type of reliever like he used to be, not that elite closer. So he's more, like I said, of a 6th inning, 7th inning type of guy when you just need a guy to go out there. Like I said, I would rely more, on your back end type of guys like Jose Alvarado, like Sir Anthony Dominguez to get the job done in those situations. as the season goes along. But that's basically, what you're looking at in this bullpen, why I do believe it's so strong because of how deep it is, how many guys that you have that can go out there in the ninth inning when you need it. Say if, Serafini needs a night off, if Jose Alvarado needs a night off, you have a lot of people in that bullpen that does have experience with closing out ball games. So that's why I do feel like overall, at the end of the day, down the stretch, basically over the course of the rest of the season, while your bullpen's going to be a lot better than it was last year, in my honest opinion, because I just do believe it's much deeper than it was last year. Also, Junior Marte, he got sent down, so victories all around today. Victories all around. That was nice to see, during the afternoon, seeing that he got sent down. So overall, it was very nice to see. If we go to basically the lineup was really good from basically the top two guys and the bottom guys. Guys in the middle, the lineup had a quiet day, but at the end of the day, it does not matter because the Phillies got the win in general. Trey Turner, he has a 5-game hitting streak to start the year. He went 2 for 5 in this game with an RBI single. Kyle Schwarber had himself a great day at the plate. He had the home run in the first inning, absolutely crushed that ball, and he also put a single in his arsenal as well. So he had 2 RBIs on the night, 2 for 5 for Kyle Schwarber. Alec Bohm goes over 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Derek Hall goes over 4 with 2 strikeouts. Nick Castellanos, not the best day at the plate for him, over 4 with a strikeout, so that average is dipping for him a little bit. Not the best couple of days in New York for Castellanos. Bryson Stott continuing his strong start to the year in the batter's box. He went 2 for 4 in this game with a double. His average is now at .421 on the year. On base percentage at .450 and a slugging at .526. So what does that make? On base plus slugging, his OPS, would that be like around, I believe at that point, his OPS has to be like at least almost near 1,000 for Bryson Stott to start the year. Getting a lot of extra base hits. Cave in the lineup today as well. He goes 2 for 4, so a good day at the plate for him. Brandon Marsh definitely, put his words to action that he has to be better. He got the solo home run in this ballgame. He went 1 for 4. 2 runs scored in this game, and Garrett Stubbs also went 1 for 4 as well. Runners in scoring position, Phillies go 2 for 8 in that scenario. 2 home runs and 2 RBI singles gets the job done there. And for the Yankees, they only had 1 chance with runners in scoring position, and I believe that was the last batter of the game, Josh Donaldson. And he popped up to end the ballgame. Looking at the Yankees lineup, DJ LeMahieu, he had the home run in the 9th inning. He goes 1 for 4. Aaron Judge, he goes over 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Gleyber Torres, 1 for 3. Stanton, he's 1 for 4. Donaldson, 0 for 4. Aaron Hicks constantly gets booed every single time he gets an out. Every time from, yesterday's game to today's game, he gets booed every time because of, I believe it was, one game, like one of the past few games where they first started IFK in center field and Hicks didn't start, so he started speaking out his opinion on that. So the Yankees fans did not like that. Every time he gets an out, they boo him. He goes over 3. IFK, he goes over 3. Higashioka, 0 for 3, and Anthony Volpe, he goes 1 for 3 in this ballgame. The Yankees, I believe, only had 4 hits in this ballgame. So overall, that just shows you how good the pitching was for the Phillies today. Phillies had 10 hits as well. The Phillies did strike out 12 times. So even though they're going to be a team that does strike out a lot, Turner's a guy that does strike out a little bit. Kyle Schwarber's going to strike out. Derek Hall, he's a power type of guy. He's going to strike out. Castellanos is going to strike out. Basically, everyone in the lineup did strike out in this ballgame. So that's definitely something that does need to, dip a little bit. But overall, you still got the win, and that's the most important part in that situation. So, overall, it was a nice day. It was a nice day. I don't have to, go crazy here just because they didn't win a ballgame. They finally won a ballgame. Finally, hell, I just wanted to see a win. That was the most important thing that I wanted to see. Definitely, I wanted to see. I wanted to see Joel Embiid's stat line too. Joel Embiid, 52 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and he was 20 of 25 from the field. First player to match those numbers in a game since Michael Jordan in 1992. And he's a center. Jesus, Joel Embiid. Will this game supplement him as being the MVP? Who knows? But man, Joel Embiid, man. He was the main reason. He was the only reason why this team won tonight. Because everyone else, I believe, besides Embiid, they were not shooting good, except for PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker did go off in the fourth quarter. Hit a couple of corner threes there, so that was nice to see. But yeah, we were talking about yesterday, the lack of power so far with the Phillies, so, in the first few games. They hit 2 home runs today. And I believe it was Julian in the chat that yesterday said the Phillies win. The Phillies win when they hit home runs. They hit 2 home runs today, and they won the ball game. So there you go. Julian's point stands on that standpoint. So that's nice to see. That definitely is. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I believe overall with this game, there's really not that much to talk about because it did go by quickly, in my honest opinion, besides that 9th inning. Bats were good. Pitching was really good from this ball club. It's just weird to see, in my honest opinion, going back to, thinking about the rotation to start the year. And just the games that what was going to happen. Aaron Nola was pitching opening day. Zack Wheeler was getting game 2. Bailey Falter game 3. Taijuan Walker game 4. And, Matt Strahm was going to pitch game 5 today in New York. Thinking about this entire thing, I would tell you I would call you crazy to me that you would have said out of those 5 guys to start the year, Matt Strahm was going to have the best start. Matt Strahm was going to have the best start, and also Bailey Falter. Matt Strahm and Bailey Falter had the best starts out of all of those guys to start the season. That's just mind-boggling. And I really hope Aaron Nola does have a chip on his shoulder for tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, big game to try to win the series. 2-4 sounds a lot better going back home than 1-5. That would sound a lot better. You get your first series win of the year as well, going back to Philadelphia for, all your National League Championship celebration stuff this weekend. Honestly, I don't know, because thinking about Thursday, I did get my tickets, by the way, for opening day because I got a good deal on tickets at SeatGeek. And also, speaking of SeatGeek, bring this, little bit thing right here up in the top corner. You can use my code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. It's a great deal. Don't pass it up. Ticket prices have been going down since the Phillies lost their first few games for the home opener. So definitely try to get your tickets. But speaking of Thursday as well, that weather-wise, I'm not even sure if Thursday is even going to be played. Just because of the weather forecast that's predicted for Thursday, it sounds like it's going to pour all day. Thunderstorms, possibly getting that tornado threat once again. So I have no idea what's going to happen there. We do have the off day on Friday, so who knows? Maybe they just say, okay, we're not going to take the risk with the weather. We'll just postpone this game and move it to Friday and do everything Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I wouldn't be shocked at that case. It would suck, though, because they would be wearing the powder blues on Thursday. So that would be something that I would be missing, but I'd rather play a game not worrying about the weather than, having to go through a bunch of rain delays. That would just be my, 2 cents on that there. Yeah, I got the tickets today. Going to be down at the ballpark either Thursday or Friday, depending on when that first game is played at home. Be very nice to see. It definitely would be. It would be very nice. Very, very, very nice. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? Don't think there's much. First one of the year. And basically, I guess we can look at tomorrow's matchup. I think that's probably the most important thing we can go to. We don't have any callers here on the Anytime Hotline. You can leave one if you do want to at 215-839-9885. If you want to put, your thoughts on this game or thoughts on going into tomorrow for something like that, text message, whatever you think of. Definitely leave it down there if you want to, but you can also utilize the YouTube live feed. I'm giving you options. It does not matter to me. So let's look at tomorrow's game. We got Aaron Nola on the mound going up against Gerrit Cole, the ace for the New York Yankees. Gerrit Cole, in his first game against the San Francisco Giants, he went 6 innings, did not allow a single run. He struck out 11, walked 2 batters, and gave up 3 hits. He was dominant in his first start, basically. That is the summary of that. So Aaron Nola, after his first start in Texas, 3 2/3, blew a 5-0 lead, really struggled at the first, 2-3 innings. We all know that that's what happened. We don't want to relive it. Aaron Nola is going to have a chip on his shoulder tomorrow. We better not have, two sluggish Aaron Nola starts to start the season, because, that's not going to go well in contract negotiations. That's just not going to go well for him, in my honest opinion. So, even though I do believe Nola will be fine basically the entire stretch of the season, it would be nice to see Aaron Nola go out there tomorrow afternoon and give yourself a pretty good game. Because I think, honestly, at this point, we need him to go at least 5-6 because of the amount of bullpen guys that we have used in the past 2 games. We used a good amount of bullpen guys yesterday after Taijuan Walker came out, and basically today was a glorified bullpen game with Strom going 4 innings, then used 4 guys out of the bullpen. It would be nice to see Aaron Nola go 6. I'm sure his pitch count's going to be up from opening day to maybe, instead of like 75 pitches, it's going to be maybe like around 85, 90, possibly. So, yeah, if Aaron Nola can go 6 innings, that would be very good. And it's definitely going to be a difficult day tomorrow for the offense, going up against Gerrit Cole. Definitely expect a lot of strikeouts tomorrow, but if we can find a way, Gerrit Cole is a guy that is, even though for how good he is a guy that is prone to blow up on the mound as well. So maybe we can get to him tomorrow. Maybe the offense found some confidence after winning today. The pitching staff found some confidence as well. So maybe we can go into tomorrow, a little bit of confidence, find a way to win this series, and go back to Philadelphia with a 2-4 record. That'd be nice to see. It would be. Definitely would be. Let's look at the live feed before we end this stream off tonight. Scott, how you doing? Good pitching, good hitting, solid defense, and a complete Phillies victory. Exactly. Phillies finally get the W from Jose. I was 100%, a million percent sure Kimbrel was going to blow that safe. Hopefully this is the sign that the Phillies are about to take off. I think they'll eventually take off. No worries there. Definitely, yeah, good pitching today. Ever since Kimbrel got traded from the White Sox to the White Sox, he has been washed. Mr. W, 158-4 seems reasonable. It seemed after Schwarber's home run, the air all went out of Yankee Stadium. Yeah, the Yankees did hit some balls today that died at the warning track. I think LeMahieu had one in the first inning that died at the warning track. There were a few balls. I know Marsh crushed his. He was like the hardest hit home run of the night. So that's definitely something, interesting there with the weather today in Yankee Stadium. Embiid went off. Yes, he did. Other than the home run, the Yankees only had 1 runner in scoring position in the 9th inning. Yes, that is definitely true. So, yeah, overall, it's a good day to get your first win. Feels nice. It definitely does. I don't have to go here complaining. I hate doing that every day. I do. I don't want to do that over the course of 162, and I don't think I'm going to. Thankfully, they got the job done today. And let's see if they can do it tomorrow afternoon, get a series win, and make your record a little bit more better going back to Philadelphia. That would be nice. It would be. So that's going to do it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining the stream as always. Do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'd like to see those. Also, don't forget to drop a like. I would appreciate that. Also, don't forget to check out everything in the description. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Do it. It'll do me a great service. Get us to closer to 700. And then from there, we'll get closer to 1,000. It'll do me a great service, man. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS. Brought that up earlier at SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. Great deal. Don't pass it up. You could possibly find, some tickets to the home opener or any of the games this weekend or any games for Phillies this year. Use that code. It's a great deal. Do not pass it up. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining tonight, and I'll see you next time.